Guys, let's talk about the Black History fact of the day. We're going to talk about the Haitian Revolution, which is something that is not talked about enough, at least here in the United States, because this is a monumental moment in Black history where Black people uh, uprised and fought against European colonies and were successful and essentially were winning until their general got captured and then corruption started happening and things like that. So let's get into it because they always want to talk about us being slaves, but they don't want to talk about when we fight back and we win and we're successful. So let's talk about it. So, the Haitian Revolution was a slave uprising that took place from 1791 to 1804 in Saint Domingue, a French colony. The revolution was successful, and in 1804, Haiti became an independent nation. Okay. So, the French Revolution Declaration of the Rights of Man inspired Haitian revolutionaries. The declaration stated that all citizens are equal in the eyes of the law. So, slave rebellions. There were slave rebellions in Saint Domingue before 1791, including one plot to poison the masters. Okay, so here are some key events. August 22nd, 1791, slaves in northern Saint Domingue organized a rebellion. In 1794, the French government ratified the decision of the emancipation of the slaves. In 1802, their general, Mr. Toussaint, was arrested and imprisoned in France. January 1st, 1804, Jean Jacques declared the independence for Haiti. So here's the impact. The impact of the Haitian Revolution was the first successful slave revolt in modern history. It was the first time people of color overthrew a European colony regime to establish an independent country. Okay. Now, some people will talk about, Haiti is so poor, it's so run down, it's so corrupt. Yes, it is. It really started getting corrupt once their general got captured. And from there on, they never could get it right in Haiti. I literally went to the Dominican Republic in November, and the Dominican Republic is on the same island as Haiti. It literally is split up, and it was really amazing learning the history about Haiti and how there is a lot. You could still see the influence of when Haiti at one point it eventually took over the whole island, and there was an actual civil war within each other, and the Haitians lost. That's why the Dominicans have a big portion of the island. You learn that when you actually go there and you actually talk to historians and things like that. That is what I got from several historians when I went, because one of my things is when I like to travel, I nerd out a lot. I really feel like for you to know the people, you need to get away from the tourist attractions and go to where the local native people go. And also, too, I always make it a habit to pay respect to that country and pay it forward and really learn their history and culture and really dig into their culture and experience what they experience on a day-to-day basis. That's just my opinion. Y'all don't have to do that, but yes, I learned that when I went over there. um yeah, and I already knew a lot about Haiti because it is on my father's side as well. So I knew a lot about Haiti, and my mom instilled learning black history, but really learning my history, what's in my DNA, what's in my bloodline, and things of that nature. But yes, it's not talked about a lot because Europeans they don't want you to and Americans, they don't want black people to know about the successful revolutions and revolts, and us coming together and sticking together and being successful and thriving, because that doesn't fit their narrative. They want us to be oppressed by them. They don't want us to stand for our rights and to separate ourselves from them, because every time when we do that and we separate, they find a way to attack it and destroy it and dismantle it. So yes, you need to know not only about moments in history when we were enslaved, but you also need to you owe it to yourself and to your people, your family, your bloodline, to learn about the various ways we also revolted, and how we had thriving cities, countries, nations, and how we fought for rights and things like that. We're not always oppressed, you know, and if we were oppressed, we could do something about it, and this is a prime example on it. Now, I still feel some type of way when it comes to, you know, this country. I feel like they mistreat Haitians, you know, compared to other races when they come over here for sanctuary. I didn't like how they treated the Haitians that came over here. And again, when I did my trip in the Dominican Republic, a lot of Haitians come into the Dominican Republic side to work, and I was talking to real native Haitians, and they were talking about their experiences and things like that. So the Dominican has they have some justice to do too. There's a lot of kind of like unspoken bad blood between the Dominicans and Haitians, which is crazy because to me, they all are one, if you ask me. But yeah, we need to honor and respect that, and we also need to put a little bit more respect on all the contributions that Haitians have done. Okay, so hope that sparked you to learn more about Haitians and their history and how resilient and how strong they are and they can be. Okay, bye. It's also one thing that I do want to know here. America did used to control Haiti to a certain extent, but when that uprisal and the revolution happened, it became a more complex issue, and they decided to partner uh, with people that could potentially overthrow them due to their influence and things like that. So I do want to point that out here too. So there kind of is like this underlining, like, let's just call it for what it is, hatred towards Haitians in America. But you got to dig in a little bit deeper on that. It will take me all day to explain it. But yeah, if you look it up, you can research it. And just so you know, Haiti was very rich in coffee and like sugar and things like that. And it was really a booming, thriving place before, you know, these other colonies and people came over to corrupt them and the people around them. So just to point that out, because they love to say that Haiti's poor. They love to say that Haiti's poor. Haiti ain't got nothing to offer. But child, y'all was over there on that island, stealing in people's supplies and abusing in people. So let's tell the truth, okay? Not to mention, a lot of the people that were in the revolution were previous slaves, and they either overthrew their masters, but just so you know that, and then their general, Mr. Toussaint, his parents were former slaves or whatever, but he also comes from royal bloodline, which I realized once I did more research from Africa, his family. So anyways, just to put a little information in there as well. And yes, there were Haitians that were enslaving other people as well. So we do want to point that out too, because child, a non-melanated person always like to say, but y'all was enslaving each other too. Child, we're not talking about that. Okay, we're not talking about that right now. Let's focus.